Who developed the first concentration camp? Spanish colonialists started the first concentration camp in Cuba. It was a government-run facility where people were rounded up and put in deteriorating conditions. The people in the facility faced forced labor, malnutrition, and starvation. These are people deemed by the government as people of low status and a burden to the country. It's not the Nazi concentration camp during World War II. It is the Cuban concentration camp that started centuries before the Nazi Holocaust camps. Spanish colonization. Spain was a colonial power for most of its modern history. The idea of colonialism was to subjugate the local population with its military might. The subjugated county becomes a colony, and Spain would plunder the country of its natural resources and strip the country of its wealth. Spain occupied most of South America, extracted large quantities of natural minerals, and shifted them to Spain. Spain emphasized that it has conquered these counties to spread religion. Still, it was a fake reason given to the atrocities it committed. Cuba, famous for its sugar plantations, became a colony of Spain. In the 1890s, Cubans started to rebel against Spanish occupiers, and it soon erupted into a full-scale civil war. Cuban civilians and Cuban exiles in the United States supported the guerrillas and provided them with money and materials. Cuban concentration camps. Spanish military generals in Cuba recommended a new inhuman method to control the local population. They proposed to lock up native Cubans who were supporters of Cuban guerrillas in a separate camp. The name they gave for the camp was Reconcentration Camp. This camp will provide a labor force for the Spanish military. The Spanish governor of Cuba dismissed the idea, and termed it as inhumane. Spanish mainland government welcomed the idea and even changed Cuba's governor, who protested against the idea. With the new governor, the camp activities started off. Cuban rebels and native supporters were rounded up in the concentration camps by Spanish occupiers. The conditions in the camps were appalling due to unhygienic rooms, malnutrition, and starvation. Conditions in the camps were so appalling they become one of the pretexts for the American invasion of Cuba during the Spanish-American War. One cause of that war was U.S. press coverage of the reconcentration camps. During the Boer War, the British General Lord Kitchener quickly took up the concentration camp idea from Spain and implemented it in South Africa against the Boer civilians. Like the Spanish, Kitchener was trying to stop guerrillas who had civilian support by imprisoning the civilians. Here too many civilians died in the camps. Nazi camps. The Nazi Party took up the same idea and locked up millions of Jews and other minority communities in camps. The concentration camps run by Spain and Britain were to punish and break the will of the inmates. Minority communities who went into Nazi camps thought the same, but they were not aware that Nazis built their camps for only one purpose: to kill people. Nazi camps systematically killed millions of people. Other horrors in the Nazi camps included medical experiments on people. The colonial powers which subjected their colonies to concentration camps gave a new lesson to the Nazis. The Nazis tweaked it to develop the worst inhumane way of treating fellow humans.